R/funny but sad. My entire life minus the funny. Skinny Kim Jong-un would make the situation with North Korea more intimidating. It would. He wouldn't be so funny. If you had 6 minutes left to live, what's the last song you listen to? I'd spend the whole 6 minutes trying to pick a song. Not me, baby. Pow Fu Deathbed. Or Pow Fu Blue Eyes. Oh, such a great song. The wage gap isn't real. Men just tend to go for higher paying jobs like doctor, engineer, and CEO, whereas women go for lower paying jobs like female doctor, female engineer, female CEO. That's messed up. The boys I nanny for just asked me where I work, and I didn't have the heart to tell them their parents pay me to hang out with them, so now they think I work at Chili's. You're a good person. If we tax billionaires too much, they won't be able to buy their basic essentials like football clubs, private islands, spaceships, or buy the media outlets and politicians they need to legitimize beliefs about how billionaires shouldn't have to pay taxes. My God, it's all a rigged system, and I'm a part of it. What if your debit/credit card had a yearly wrap-up like Spotify? You bought 243 Crunchwrap Supremes in 2019. You frequented Taco Bell at 2 a.m. You spent $750 on coffee this year. I spent $0 on coffee this year, but, therapy, the thing would be pretty high. I golfed with a hilarious 78-year-old man, and he was dishing out life tips the whole time. The most DGAF guy I've ever met. He tells me after the round, don't talk to me in the parking lot. My wife is picking me up, and she thinks I went deaf 5 years ago. What a legend. That's also really mean. Then you have no interest in being alive, but you don't want to hurt your family and friends, so instead of, that, you just suffer through your existence hoping to be hit by a truck. I hope I get hit by a truck-coon any day now. If you don't know what that is, it's the same truck that kills everyone in anime. Magnum opus. It's just a straight line. It probably took the artist 10 seconds. Yeah. It took me 10 years. I lost the love of my life for this. The concept of a boss is so funny to me. Like you're a full-grown adult, but there's this other dude who tells you what to do and gives you little punishments if you don't do it how he likes. Sounds made up. Just like tipping was made up by America. Remember when 13 Reasons Why came out and all the locals suddenly cared about mental health issues for like 15 seconds? Yep. And then season 2 came out and ruined the message behind the show. I think we have a pretty good chance this season. The average hunter is getting older and millennials are just not interested anymore. I like that. I love venison, but I'll never kill a deer. I killed a bird once and I felt bad. You aren't always gonna have a calculator in your pocket lying but 90s. No, dude. I went to school in the 2000s. They also lied about this, and in the 2010s. They told me I can't use materials on a test because I would never be given them on a real job. Guess what? When I worked real jobs, they never told me, no, you can't look up how to fix it. Just fix it. We don't care. Politicians should be required to wear a jacket that has all the corporations sponsoring them like NASCAR. Fun fact, there's a movie called The Idiocracy, which does have this, and we are getting there, because the MyPillow guy sponsored Donald Trump's campaign. We're getting there, guys. Capitalism. Good news, with the technology we can produce more with half the work. Cool, so we only have to work half hours? We get paid double? We retire sooner? By the way, we roll back your pensions a couple of years, guys. I love when customers say, compliments to this chef. LMAO, sir, we don't have a chef. That's Tyler back there. He's 19, stoned out of his mind and cooking for 3 weeks, but I'll tell him. Hey man, stoners make the best food. New York is giving the Buffalo Bills $850 million in taxpayer funds for a new stadium, the biggest pro sports subsidy of all time. 3 days ago, New York announced a $800 million cut to children and family services. The Bills owner is worth $5.8 billion. God, don't you love New York? It's a great place to live. When you applied for the job, when you hear back from the recruiter, yeah, well, isn't this nice? I applied to every job and got everyone. I kid you not. But the one job I never got was working at Zumiez. I applied 3 years in a row, freshman, junior, and senior. Didn't get it. I move away. They call me like, hey, Cougar, you want a job? And I almost lost my mind. The student debt crisis solved. You loaned $100K to a jobless teen. Take the out and learn some financial responsibility. I mean, yes, indeed. Why do they keep remaking Disney movies and make the animals look realistic? If I wanted to see an elephant be sad for over an hour, I would go to the zoo. I actually liked the live-action remake to Dumbo, which I forgot was a thing until right now, but the live-action Lion King sucked. It's ridiculous how $10,000 could literally change my life, and a lot of people's lives, and billionaires could spend it on like a hotel room for one night or some dumb old bottle of wine. $10,000 would have saved my life from living in a car for a year, and they're just like, I like the show de talk tonight. That's not a real thing, so make it the thing. University bookstore workers stole $20,000 worth of textbooks, police say. Oh man, I hope they received both of the books. Yeah, they probably did. Fun fact, most books you get to buy for college are written by the professors that teach it. Got all dressed up for a nice dinner and instead spent the eve in the ER in Spain with my kid, who is fine now, but this point is they gave me a list of meds and told me it would be expensive and how much and they said between 2 to 10 euros each, and I laughed and laughed. Come to America, buddy. We were on vacation once and my brother needed an inhaler. They charged him 35 cents. And they gave him medicine that fixed his asthma like through a nebulizer much better. And it was $1. God, I love America. Hercules. Hercules. You don't want to be on the receiving end of the gunship, aka the Angel of Death. This is what we have instead of insulin and debt-free college. We have big flying metal bird that drops a bunch of bombs. America got Americans brainwashed thinking they are living the dream. My friends in the UK get like 3 months of vacation a year just traveling and laughing and crap. God, I love America. It's America. It's so weird being raised by Christians and spending your entire childhood being told to care about others. Then one day they're just like, you're not actually supposed to care about others, you stupid socialist. Yeah, that was a real shock. I was raised to branch Christianity and I was told, oh, we care for each other, we love each other. And the second I hit 16, I was told I was wrong for doing that and wrong for giving people rides. And it was dumb to donate money. And the world is just scary these days. Fact, where in the 20s sounds so weird. It's so synonymous with the 1920s. Sounds like a bygone era when women were still fighting for their rights. The upper classes were living a life of hedonism whilst people starved and the world was on the verge of financial ruin and war. Oh, God, we're screwed. At least America is. The best part of Kevin Hart's wedding pic is him standing 10 feet in the foreground to be as tall as his wife. What are you laughing at him for? Dude's making more money than any of us could ever dream to, and he bagged a baddie, and look at his beautiful children. Don't take that a weird way, guys. Come on. My pregnant wife and I are seriously considering getting divorced, so she'll qualify for Medicaid to pay for the birth, and I can afford insurance for myself. I'm not even freaking joking. Do it. Being married has tax credits, but it's only when you're rich should you get married. My dad officially became a doctor today. I'm gonna go show my dad and tell him what other people's parents are doing so he can suck it. It feels like America will see its first trillionaire before it sees single-payer healthcare. That's so I'm pretty sure we have a trillionaire. His name is Jeff Bezos. My dad went to the doctor's apartment with my grandma and found out she was diagnosed with dementia over a year ago, but she never told anyone because she forgot. LMFAO. I mean, hey, at least it's a happy type of dementia. Me texting people back instantly after they took Forrest were like, hi, I'm really lonely and need social interaction. Please don't leave me on red again, Kiri. I got pulled over and my vape was in my cup holder and the cop was like, you know the news saying those things are killing people. I laughed a little bit and said, they say the same thing about y'all. LOL. He ain't laugh. No, cops don't have a sense of humor. I got pulled over after getting my windshield replaced, and in PA, they chop out the inspectors and tell you to put them up there for 5 days. And I was like, oh man, I'm more likely to get killed by you than the piece of glass on my glove box. And she gave me a ticket. Any dudes out there got a hair transplant, use Viagra, taking pre-workout protein shakes to improve effects of exercise, gotten a haircut, congratulations on your gender affirming care. Did it make you feel more like yourself? How you want to feel and appear? Damn right, baby. I drink protein powder. I've never gotten a hair transplant or used Viagra. At least not yet. One day, maybe. I'll be buying the generic Rhino pill from gas stations just for the cool artwork. I don't care if someone works at Burger King, Walmart, Dollar General, anywhere. If someone is working full-time, there is no reason their paycheck shouldn't cover food and rent. This shouldn't be controversial. Welcome to America, bro. Well, here's the thing. In certain areas like where I live, it is very low income, but it's the country. If you work at Dollar General, you can afford to buy a house. I kid you not. There are houses that go for $40,000. I know that might seem like a lot, but they're not crappy houses. Heck, that's how we paid for ours. But if you live in the city and work at Dollar General, no, you can't pay your bills. Remember when we cried as kids and our parents said, I'll give you something to cry about? We thought they were going to hit us, but instead they destroyed the housing market, quadrupled college tuition, and melted the house camps. Ruined job security. Told us all to go to college, even though that doesn't get us jobs. Frick, I miss you so much. Aw, that's so sweet. I mean, you totally cheated on me with a girl you're still dating, so you have no shot, but that's so sweet. Also, I'm totally going to send her a screenshot of this. Please don't. Please don't. You deserve every moment of this. Yeah. Paid $5.99 for in-flight Wi-Fi to tell you this guy just broke up with his girlfriend on the plane and she's sobbing. I mean, that's an interesting place to break up with somebody. Today, a lady came to pick up her insulin, which was very expensive, and she told me, sorry, I'm late. I had to save up to come and get it. I've gone 3 days without insulin already. I'm surprised I'm not dead. Welcome to America Healthcare. Someone do something. There's nothing to be done, dude. We are run by corporations. Hey, yo, boss is over at Easy Peasy MK. Yo, can I move to Australia? Can you guys hook me up with a work visa? Anything to get out of this hellhole. I'll work for free. I love paying TurboTax a few $100 every year to figure out how much money I owe the government, which the government already knows but won't tell me because TurboTax pays legislators to keep the government from telling me. Yup. Please let me come to Australia, guys. I don't care if I'm an unskilled worker. I'm begging you. I'll be the guy who hunts tilapia. Millennials are causing a baby bust. They aren't having enough kids to keep the U.S. population at the replacement level. That's because rent is $1,500 and jobs be paying $12 an hour. And we got no prospects. Also, we hate children and don't want to bring them into this world. I don't understand why it's okay to regulate a woman's body to save the life of a fetus, but it's not okay to regulate the price of insulin to save the life of a diabetic. It's because there's so much profit. So much profit and fear-mongering in the healthcare system. A little boy just screamed down the tube carriage, "If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands." And everyone remained silent. I love London. Little boy, nobody's happy. Nobody at all. My uncle died from cancer last week. He worked for Freedom Mortgage, and they denied him medical leave when the man was dying. All week, they've been calling and FedExing him letters threatening his job because he didn't show up to work. Because he was dead. This is America. Don't catch you slipping up and not going to work. Guys, I don't want to live here anymore, but I don't have any other options except I have Canadian citizenship. When it really hits the fan, I'm leaving. I'm an expert at having a really funny story to tell and then wording it badly enough that it's not funny anymore. Amen, sister, thank you. How I imagined evil as a child. How it actually looks. I thought the top left guy was like Stephen Hawking. I was like, what did Stephen Hawking ever do? But no. Yeah, these are the real evil people. They look a lot alike, actually. Look, the guy in the center looks just like the monster without the hair. Being poor is cool because you'll be saving up for something you really want and you'll almost be there and ready to buy it, and then your check engine light comes on. No, check engine light when you're poor? Leave that bad boy on. You do it anything but turn that off. Just a reminder that Japan has mentally ill people, video games, porn, only 1.5% of the population being existing, trans people, violent movies, a population of 125.7 million, 2 people killed by guns all of last year, 0 mass shootings. It's the guns, stupid. 1-0. A Christmas Carol is the heartwarming tale of how rich people must be supernaturally terrorized into sharing. And we still haven't learned. That's the funny part, dude. If you think fertilized eggs are people but refugee kids aren't, you're going to have to stop pretending your concerns are religious. That's a good point there. Thanks, the good God above. Congratulations to the IRS on winning the 846.3 million winner of... Oh my God, Jesus, God. You just can't win here. Adult, go to college so you can get an education and change the world. For a student, science says if we don't use alternative energy and less plastic, we'll all be dead in 80 years. Adult, wow, you think you're so smart? College sure did turn you into a word I can't say. It's fun when you can't win no matter what you do. I'm mad. Teachers told us, if you don't do well in school, you're gonna be the garbage man, and never told us the garbage man made more than them. They do. At some point, Republicans are going to start believing in climate change, and they're going to push for things like cutting off electricity to black neighborhoods and taking cars away from working class people. And we're going to miss the denial days. Frick, I hate how horrifically, brutally possible this feels. Oh my God, thank you for all the anxiety for like the next 2 years. A company worth this much money offered $5 to each resident who had to flee their home due to the disaster caused. Awesome. Thank you. My favorite part about health insurance is how your teeth and eyeballs are add-ons. They are. Says your mental health. The Onion, breaking news. The Onion on the verge of collapse after not being able to make up crap that is more idiotic than current reality. Okay, but you know the best Onion thing ever is like when they lowered the like humane killing machine and it's legit just twisting a dude's head off. Australians after losing a teeny radioactive capsule somewhere in the outback. Ah, Christ, boys! Meanwhile, Americans pretty much chemically nuking the entire town. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're America. When I was younger, I thought cops were legally allowed to commit crimes and get away with it, and then I got older and found out that wasn't true, and then I got even older and found out Of course it's true. Cops get to break the rules. Not all cops, just like not all furries are bad, not all cops are bad, not all politicians are bad, but yeah, it's true. Business. Pepsi has sued 4 Indian farmers $150,000 each for growing the type of potato used in chips of their Lay's brand. What state of capitalism is it when massive corporations can sue poor people for growing food? Hey. Can we have our land back, please? Oh no, you're gonna sue us even more? Sweet. Oh boy. Guys, would you give an average-looking girl a chance if she were to approach you first and make first move? A guy would talk to a tree if it approached him first. I promise you that. I, as like a virgin and like socially anxious person, if someone talks to me, I'll talk as long as they'll listen. If you took a billionaire's money away, they would just earn it back again. Cream rises to the top. I'm so confident about this, I think we should prove it by taking all the billionaires' money away. You know what? Let's do it. Some will. Some are self-made billionaires. I will say that, and they were geniuses for their ideas in the time. But like, if you put them in the same situation now, it's a lot harder to make $1 billion. How has serving impacted you? My wife fricked 10 guys while I was gone, and I'm afraid of fireworks. I'm sorry, bro. Every state marked in red is where minimum wage earners can afford a 2-bedroom rental. Again, I'm going to say it, Pennsylvania, you can rent an entire house for like $800. I'm not kidding where I live. Seriously. And Florida has cheap rent also. Like Daytona Beach, you can rent a 2-bedroom for like $1,000. Woman, imagine that for 24 hours there were no men in the world. No men were harmed in the creation of this hypothetical. They will return. They are safe and happy whoever they are during this brief fictional time period. What would change for a day? What would you do that day? Walk my dog at night, braless. Oof, that kind of hurts as someone who was born a male. Yeah, valid. But again, not all dudes are bad. And there are some bad women. I've had women grope me inappropriately in a club, but, you know, that's just life. I've also had men do it. Stop putting bras on your dog. I stand by this statement. 100%. Not only will America go to your country and kill all your people, but they'll come back 20 years later and make a movie about killing your people, made their soldiers feel... That's very true. That's very true. You know, American Sniper is a fun movie, but it's not a good movie if you think about it. If I have a medical emergency, don't you dare call an ambulance. Y'all better Uber my butt to the hospital because we're not about to pay $5,000 for a ride in a Wii U wagon. I'm sorry, is this some sort of America joke that I'm too European? Oh yeah. So like, riding in an ambulance is really expensive with or without insurance. It's fantastic. America's great. Reminder that CBS banned a medical marijuana commercial for the Super Bowl that showed it removing a kid's seizure for the first time in his life, while at the same time shoveling alcohol down our throats. Isn't that great? And it's legal to die for your country before drinking.